So you've probably heard in 2022 or just any time before, pretty much in the past like 5, 7 years, that gaming just isn't the same or gaming is dead or just something along those lines. But in all honesty, gaming is fine. I mean, just like objectively, the games are technically better, the graphics are better, any mechanics that the game has or like set pieces in single player games are all vastly improved. And on top of that, free to play became a popular model for games now. I mean, Fortnite was probably the first major one. Now we have Apex, Warzone, Overwatch 2, Multiverses, Rogue Company, Shadowline, even Halo, which I don't know if that game's still going, but it's there. The problem isn't that the games got worse or just gaming obviously isn't the same, but it's not the same just because we grew up and we just don't have the full 100% leisure of gaming anymore. It's not like you just come home from school and you get on Call of Duty 2K with your friends. I haven't been on 2K in a minute. And if you're playing casually, it's not like you were running up against like all the TTVs in every lobby of every online game like you are now in COD or Apex or anything. Like the focus wasn't nearly as much on competition as much as it was on just having fun playing the game. That's really all it was. Prior to like the monetization of gaming as much as it is now, especially with content creators, especially when Ninja got, I think it was like $350 million from Mixer, that put a big blaring signal to just like, yeah, gaming is just a way bigger of a money-making forefront than it was before. But it's always been super lucrative. It's just not, people didn't really know about it as much, but once Ninja blew up like that, that's when a lot of people was like, oh wait, I want to stream too, or I want to make videos and do X, Y, and Z. But gaming, it's alive and well for next year, 2023. Like it's fine. Like we have plenty of games. I think Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, those two games brought a lot of people back to playing single player. I feel like it was such a major focus on especially Battle Royale, but just first person shooters in general. And just seeing Elden Ring, even if it does have an online aspect to it, I think there is an online multiplayer in it. The main focus was the story and just, fighting the bosses, playing the entire game. It was long as hell. And same thing with God of War. Like that game blew up. Like there's never been a Souls-like game to get that much mainstream attention. It was doing numbers on Twitch, like stupid numbers on Twitch. And before I recorded this, I just searched up Gaming is Dead on YouTube. There were videos going back to like 2016, 17, saying the exact same thing that I'm talking about right now. And so you couldn't tell it's not dead. You gotta just focus on having fun when you play games. It's not about being the best all the time. If you want to be really good at a game, I get it, but that's not going to be the case in every single game you play. You just got to play at least some of your games just purely for fun. Like I'll get on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater remake that they dropped like last year, maybe the year before, and I'll just roll around in the free skate just to chill. Or maybe I'll play like Cannon Bridge of Spirits. I play just purely for fun. Or Deathloop, or just any of those games like that. And now more than ever, I mean, even just besides Elden Ring being in the spotlight, the playing games that are just mainstream is just become way more of a focus recently, it seems like. It's like with music, or just saying in hip hop, because that's what I listen to a lot. There's a big emphasis for like Drake, or like when Kendrick or Cole or a Lil Baby or Tyler the Creator, just like the big mainstream artists right now. And it's like, yeah, they're good, but it's like if you listen to a lot of music or you listen to a lot of hip hop, you probably listen to a lot of smaller artists, you listen to a lot of subgenres. Same thing with gaming. If you play games a lot, you probably play the mainstream games. You probably play COD and God of War and Elden Ring, but maybe you also play some small indie games like some platformer, or maybe you play the just small story game off Steam for like $10. You just try shit. Another thing is, I feel like when we were younger, it was a lot easier for us to focus on like multiple games at once. Now it's a lot more. You have a main game and then maybe 2 to 3 that you kind of play around it. And me, I more so do like 3. Like I play Apex, God of War, because I'm still trying to finish that. I didn't even start Elden Ring yet. I've been playing Need for Speed a lot, and then I have like 3 other games I'll probably rotate around. Tony Hawk is one I mentioned, and I'll also play Shadowline. I'll also play that a decent amount, and probably Fortnite too. But I feel like locking yourself in with one game and then being like, damn, gaming is so dry now. It's like you're just kind of cutting your scope off from a lot. You just have this one lane that you're playing in when there's shit over here, over there. It's an indie game over there. There's even just like AAA games, like bigger games, like Deathloop was one from was it Bethesda? I don't remember. But Deathloop was a decently big game. And that was my favorite game that dropped that year. Maybe it dropped 2022 or 21. I don't remember. But that was my favorite game that year by far. And I mean, it didn't get the most attention, but it got, decent attention. Wasn't as big as like COD or God of War or Elden Ring, but still, like, it was very much worth a playthrough if you haven't played it yet. But if I had just stuck to playing FIFA, that was like the first game like I really started playing a lot solely. I probably would have never even got to, I would have got to 2K, it's a sports game, but I probably would have never even tried like Black Ops 3 was the first shooter I played a decent amount, or I never would have played like Celeste or Destiny 1.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But it's like, again, going back to music, like I used to only listen to rap when I very first started, probably like 8th grade, 9th grade, around there. There was a lot of Cole and I don't remember who else because it was so long ago. But then now I still listen to Cole for sure. I listen to probably Juice WRLD, Cole, Umi. This don't got anything to do with the video, but when I was looking up a full screen picture of Umi, my dumbass thought that was a big ass blunt. And I watched the video, she was burning sage. I'm like, damn, she really gonna smoke that like right now? And I just started thinking about that Tom and Jerry episode when Tom was like trying to talk to some girl and he just smoked a cigarette in one pull, like the entire thing, and flinged it off like it was nothing. Like Tom was really that nigga. Pink Panther is yeet. Fucking Smino, like it's, I could just put my Spotify Wrapped on the screen, ignore the stream beats, it was, you know, obviously for stream, but yeah, I say all that to say you're always gonna have your favorite genre or game, but it's like, you know, just at least just try some other shit. You probably gonna find something you like eventually. You will, if you just try some shit, you will find some other stuff you like, I promise you. And yeah, like for next year, there's plenty of even just story games dropping, like there's Spider-Man 2 and Hogwarts Legacy. There's probably gonna be some multiplayer games dropping, like another Call of Duty. I don't know how you feel about that, but I mean, it's gonna drop. We always know there's going to be a drop of Call of Duty, and then probably a bunch of other shooters. Like Shadowline is probably going to keep growing. I hope it does, because I really like that game. And if you haven't played things like Deathloop, Stray, A Way Out is a pretty fun co-op game. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and then Survivor is coming out this year, or it's probably still 22 when you're seeing this, but in 2023 Jedi Survivor is coming out, so you can play both those games. Or the first one's really good. I'm assuming the second one's gonna be pretty good as well. So I mean, you just enjoy story games in general, you'll probably like that. Depending on who you ask, Apex is pretty fun. It's fun on a good day. I play arenas more than not if I'm trying to have fun, but I mean, BR is still cool if you're playing with friends. Also, I just dropped the Apex award show called the Nessies. It was on like best skin, best event, best heirloom, things like that, things that dropped in 2022. It's in a car right now if you want to check it out. But DokeV is a game I haven't heard from in a long ass time. I hope it's still coming out. I heard it was like some big direction change. Shit, Veiled Exorcist, I'll shove that game down everybody's throat. Try that game when it drops, because if you liked Rogue Company but kind of fell off playing it like I did, that game is exactly what I wanted it to be. And yeah, I didn't want to take too long. If you're bored with gaming, try a new genre, try a random game. Don't drop too much money on it, but a lot of these indie games are cheap. Sometimes they free. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. You can follow me on everything at Prod by Kaj, TikTok, IG, Twitter. You can check out the award show if you're into Apex. I mentioned before, it's on the screen now. I'll see you there. Bye.